Let's see who's up and awake today.
TikTok. A megaphone emoji new mentions. You have one new mention.
Well, what is today? The 31st. Okay. Yesterday we closed our free laptop computers. So we're going to give out free laptop computers for everybody who applied by yesterday, midnight, last night. But today we start a new grant. And that's important. And this is the biggest one we do all month. We give out $40,000, and the deadline is the 4th. So midnight on the 4th of August, we'll close that one, and we give out $40,000. And make sure if you applied to grants before that, you check our winners list. We have the winners list always up there, and after 60 days, we close it. So make sure you get it, because we'll put it out for other people if you don't pick it up. And there's a lot of people, who do that. And then we're going to start giving those out soon again, the money to more people who applied during that time. So if you didn't pick it up, somebody else will get it. So you got 60 days to pick up your money, or somebody else gets it. Now we got a whole new set of, just found all these new ones. Oh, hi, Brian. Sarah, hi. Did we get, hi, Brian. It's good to see you again. Did you get help from anything? You have any more questions about what you had yesterday? Because I know you had a lot of questions for us yesterday. I'm an old guy. I forget what the hell I did 2 minutes ago, let alone yesterday. I got my Biden moments, as I call them. And that's it. Now, let me talk about some of the new programs. Amber, thank you for being here again. But this is interesting. I mean, there's a link here, the first link. It's a free business digital marketing course that they're giving for free at Arizona State University. Now, I don't know if people outside of Arizona can apply to it or not, but the link is there. Okay, so it's alasu.edu. And it's important because there's so much free help out there. You're going to go on Google and look for help with marketing and things like that. And man, they'll charge you anywhere from $250 a day to take a course to $15,000. Yeah. And I have a link there if you want to see the examples of that kind of thing. And here is free by the best, and it starts on August 1st. So this one is a live Zoom meeting to learn how to do digital marketing, all for free. A Zoom meeting on digital marketing, that's what you need. If you have a business or want to start a business, it's all around marketing. If you're not marketing anything, you don't have a business. So all the information that, hello everyone, is there help? And yes, there is help in every state. Clinton, yes. And the first way to find out what's there in your state is to download our 500 mini grant reports for your state. And if up in the search on Let's Go Help, if you put 500, you can download your state and everybody else's state. Just got my 500 car recovery. Oh, thank you. Oh, Angela, thank you for saying that. People still don't believe this is this is real. So it's nice if you verify that, yeah, we really give out money. And I'm so shocked that I'm able to do this. Number 7, where hospitals will pay for training, etc. Yes, now it's different all over. The link is there for the program I was talking about, but they do that everywhere. I took a friend to the hospital and was waiting around and talking to some of the people. Yes, they're making money while working at the hospital while they're getting a certificate in a healthcare field. So it's a whole career already set up for them. So that's the kind of help that's out there. That's why I have that here, to make sure that people know about these kinds of things that are happening. So you have to, but it's going to take some help or some effort on your part, to do that. And if you look at number 9, I think it is, on jobs and job training, it'll show you how you should start with your local careeronestop.org, careeronestop.org. Start with that. make an appointment with somebody there. Okay, then after that, you go to your local community college and you talk to them because they have programs like this too. Now, but you have to keep going to everyone so you choose the best program. In other words, you'll talk to somebody, oh, that sounds good, but it's going to cost you money. No, keep going until, put that in your notes and then keep going until you find the best program for you. Okay, and that's the way to do it. And then, besides Career One Stop and your local community college, then go to findhelp.org and put in job training. Okay, there is so much job training out there, and what's happening, it goes to nonprofit organizations, local nonprofit organizations that will train you, and they have programs that can pay you living expenses and things like that, to get a job. So now you should do a whole bunch of research before you start thinking about paying for any kind of job training, because there's just too much money out there. And jobs that are, are not, they don't require a degree, but they require technical know-how, and they're $100,000 a year jobs, not to start after you train. And the training could be 6 months or a couple of years. And there's also a very important thing. It's called apprenticeship programs. Okay, so you want to find out about apprenticeship programs, because these are programs, and they have them in healthcare also, where they pay you on the job to learn. So it's learning on the job. You take a few courses off the job, but you're basically making a salary and learning, and then after a year or two, then you're making really good money on this without a college degree. And that's so important to realize that. I mean, all this really is from Biden. We always had these, but Biden juiced it up so much. It's incredible. And it just takes long to get through the system. So even though the law was passed 2 years ago, it's just starting to come to fruition. And the poor guy can't stay alive long enough to watch it come to fruition. And that's important. But it's important. And apply to our $40,000 grant. Clinton, I am a new member at Sba.gov. Where do I look for grants for my rent and car fleet? Okay, Clinton, I just mentioned there's the link for your 500 mini grant report. Amber just put up the LESCO meta grant reports. Look at number 3 to start working on your health care, and then also, your rental health programs. And then also for I think it's number 7, for car repair. And there's a whole bunch of programs you got to follow up. You got to do that stuff yourself. We can't do it for you. And that's what it's all about. And then when you get stuck or you're not working for you, then you come back and ask us questions, whatever. Because every day, I didn't even look at who's, what are the, let's see what we have tonight going on. Okay, let's go help 2. Yes, okay, now. See, if you go to Let's Go Help 2 and click on workshops, all workshops. Okay, 7 o'clock tonight and 9:30 tonight are live workshops. So come back there. You got Tony at 9:30 and Sabrina at 7 p.m. You can ask questions there, okay? So there's more times. And then somebody else, there's other people, navigators, that will pop up like I do here live, and you can ask them questions there too. Okay. Thank you. Okay, Clinton. Okay, so we get you on your way. And also, Clinton, apply to our grant for car repair. We give out $500 grants for help you with car repair, and that's all on the left-hand side. They're all our grants. Okay, so make sure you apply for the car repair. That's on the 15th, so that's coming up soon. The first one, though, is on the 4th, and the 4th, we're giving out $40,000. Then we give out $15,000 for car repair. Clinton, don't forget to check out the state-by-state sort. Yes, Sarah, thank you. And that's important. You just apply. But before you apply outside of us, make sure you try to call the organization first to make sure that this is reasonable for you to apply, okay? And because otherwise you're wasting your time and energy, and because what happens too, the most important thing when you call them, because if you're not eligible, then you say, hey, well, where do you think where else can I apply? See, they're the best place to go to find out other sources of money and help, that you and I would never know about, because all this stuff is local. That's why we have a state-by-state report there. Find the sources locally that will help you find this money. Then you have to do the legwork that goes and tracks these people down and find out things like that, because otherwise you'll never find them in Google. And that's, I think, the best thing we do is get you out of Google because you'll never find it in Google. It's just too much. You get a fire hose of 50 million websites or 200 million websites. If you put in business grants, you'll probably get 300 million websites. Now that's crazy. And there's really, just 4 or 5 organizations that are really best to help you. And that's what we have in item number 5. You start in those 5 organizations. Now, that we listed number 5, the same thing, or housing grants. You go to housing Google and put in housing grants in Google, and you've got 200-300 million websites. And you'll call a few or contact a few, go nowhere, get exhausted and get pissed off, and you'll give the first person who's nice to you money. For what? You don't even know. And they even may be a scam, so get out of there, please. Because here, if you go to number 7 in the Let's Go Metagrant report, there are 7 organizations where you live, nonprofit organizations, and all they do is help people find sources of money to buy a house. Okay, that's all they do. They're nonprofit. They'll never ask you for money. See, this is it. Everybody we send you will never ask you for money. And then when you come back, you ask other members like Amber and Michelle, and all these people are available live for you to talk to and say, hey, I'm fucked up. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not getting anywhere. Okay, you're not alone in doing that. And that's what is to realize you're not alone. We are here to help in any way we can. You're not stupid. You just have to learn the system. It's like learning how to use a computer. You eventually learn, right? You do, and you have to use it. And that's what I see this is. You learn to ride a bike, you learn to drive a car, you learn all these things in life that are important to get by in life. And using these government programs, I believe every millionaire uses the hell out of these programs. And this is what our society is, right or wrong, it's reality. And that's why I'm not professing these are right or wrong or whatever. I'm saying they're there. Now, you want to use them? Do you have a reason to use them? Yes, probably. And that's why you're here. So you should. Now, it's something that you may have to learn or unlearn stuff you think the way it is. And I think that's the biggest thing that happens, that we all have this idea of what the government should be doing or how they should do it. And this is the way it'd be easier for you. Why don't they do it that way? It doesn't matter. The government doesn't matter. It's still going to give it out the way it wants to. So you don't want to fight City Hall. First of all, you don't have time. If you do, I mean, that's a good cause if you want to do it. But if you're under financial stress for anything, you don't have time to change the system, and you're just trying to find out how to learn to use it and use the hell out of it. And that means learning the system, not trying to change the system. And that's what we're here for. And that's why, we have a service now that is members helping you do that. They tell you how they learned it. And not me. I've been studying this stuff for 50 years. So you coming on for the first time or first week, day, month, that's a lot different than me 50 years ago. I mean, I got excited too. But you have to pull it out a little bit at a time to learn. And you could help us, we helped you get through the mess, because it is a mess. That's what, go to Google and put what you want to find, and you just get a mess. We have awesome teachers doing these workshops. Click them. Yes, that's so right, Sarah. It's wonderful, and I'm so proud and happy that these people share their heart with other members and want to help them and want to love other people and to grow their heart, because that's, I think, how we grow. Particularly when you're an old fart like me, you can't get faster, stronger, smarter. You get worse at all those things. But I think with age you could love better, and that's what I'm trying to do, and I hope we create a community that does that too. So everybody's here to just grow their own hearts by helping other people. And I think that's a wonderful mission for all of us, no matter what age or what income or whatever. What could be better? And that's that warm feeling of loving and feeling love from other people. Man, I don't, capitalism gets in the way, and I can't believe we're making money at this. Because everybody says, oh, you can't charge $20, you have to be charged $2,000. I used to, but we're doing well with charging $20, and we give even almost half the money back. We give out, $70,000 every month back to members. That's how successful this is. Let me go through this list again to make sure we don't find anything. Okay. Okay, here's an interesting. What happens to student loans when you die? Okay, listen to this. There's 2.8 million people who still have student loans, and they're over 62. And so the question goes, what happens when you die? Well, most of the time they'll be forgiven, okay? But don't trust me, don't trust anybody else, that says this is true or this is not true. You trust the people who give out the money. And that's why you want to go to studentaid.gov, and ask them, okay? There's ways to ask them. You can ask them on the phone or whatever. Have a link the morning's grant to help pay utilities. I think the grant, well, it's in the, Wanda, above, Wanda, I just put out the link about utilities for, I think it's a $2,000 one, but they're different everywhere. What you do for Wanda for utilities is you go to findhelp.org, okay, put in your zip code, put in your utilities, and I see, I'm gonna do mine here, findhelp.org. I'll put in my zip code 2009, okay, put in utilities, and then put in utilities, okay, oh, misspelled it. Okay, there's only 111 organizations that help you with utilities where I live. So you have to do that where you live, okay, Wanda? So you need help with utilities, you do that. And first what I would do is call your utility company. They usually have programs. They raise nonprofit money and other things to help people with utilities. So do that first, and then go through that list that you find in Let's Go Help, and you have to call everyone to see that. So nothing's going to happen unless you start getting on the phone and telling. I mean, it may be, you may get lucky, but you may not. So plan on not being lucky instead of being lucky. Okay, student loans. So you go to studentaid.gov and talk to them, hey, what happens when you die? Or maybe your grandma still has a student loan she didn't pay off for it. And then the other place is hud.gov/counseling. You can talk to a financial counselor there. They know about this stuff, and they're free too. So you always want to go to free or go to the horse's mouth. So the horse's mouth is the people who give you student loans, right? That's studentaid.gov. And other people who are free are the free financial counselors at hud.gov/counseling. Okay, the next one. Here's an interesting thing is that you get grants to help small businesses export, okay? And this is in Fayetteville. What they're doing is giving grants to help actually small businesses that are Indian tribes, so American Indian small business people. But you get a grant to help them export, okay? So you could get a grant to help them figure out how to export, and that's available. $250,000. So if you're a consultant or something like that, and you're looking for programs, well, here's the government's giving you money to help somebody else do something. So they're paying for all your expenses. And actually part of that money, the $250,000, is you give your small business client $5,000 to help them export. See, so you give them expertise and everything that you're getting paid for, and then you have grant money they give these small businesses to help them export. And actually, the SBA has a program that also gives $5,000 for anybody who wants to learn how to export. And that's a grant to go over there and go to France and watch the Olympics and try to look for business. They'll pay you $5,000 to do that. Wanda, here are some of the more recent. Oh, great. So that's there for you. Also, here's another interesting thing. You know, we have our 250th anniversary coming up. Not me, I'm not that old. I'm only 81. But the country, okay, so in 2 more years, I guess on the 1776, so on 2026, that's 250-year anniversary. Now that is a big celebration America's gonna have. Well, here's what they're doing up in Boston area or Massachusetts, anywhere in Massachusetts. If you're a small business and want to promote, the 250th anniversary, they'll give you up to $100,000 for any event you want to do to promote how good America is or something. Brought to you by, mom and pop ice cream store, because they want you to promote America's birthday. So they're giving you advertising as long as you say something about America's birthday in your advertising. And that's up to $100,000. So it's little as $5,000 up to $100,000. Man, so you're a small business in Boston or anywhere in Massachusetts, you want to know about that thing. I mean, you could be a consultant or whatever, doing marketing or something. And so you're going to do a promotion about how great you are because it's the 250th anniversary and you're going to give a deal because of the anniversary on your consulting services. So you're promoting, the anniversary and you're promoting yourself and you're getting the government to pay for it. See, that's what it's all about. To me, opportunities are looking at something and seeing another way to use it that satisfies you and helps you, not only the person that has the offer, but helps you. Okay. This is a whole bunch of money that's going on. Here in Pennsylvania, they're giving out $50,000 to people who own a little store, a business, or even just commercial real estate. I don't know if you know, in Washington, D.C., there's a lot of closed businesses here, small businesses, little retail stores. This is happening all over the country. So many offices, so many cities and states are giving grants to try to save these little businesses and these little commercial offices or commercial real estate things that are going out. And so they're giving grants of the $50,000. I mean, that's amazing to me. To make it look pretty so you don't go out of business and things like, where's the 250 information? Sorry to come in. It's in the listing, CR, in the listing of all the grants I'm talking about now. The links are in the top of the chat. Okay, of all the links in the top of the chat. Okay, so that's $50,000 if you have a small retail business or you own commercial property. Okay, they'll give you that, and that's in Pennsylvania. Okay, here is $100,000 for dairy farmers or cheese makers. Now, you're not a dairy farmer working in your bedroom, I'm sure. Maybe you are, I don't know. But $100,000. And so, but to me, that's indicative of what's going on in rural areas and small towns. There's so much money now in small towns to encourage small businesses to grow. I mean, my son, who lives in a small town or everything, his wife works with an organization. She's got $250,000 for little businesses in small towns to help everybody. So that's what it's going on out there. They want to grow, and this is what government money is for, to plant the seeds to grow, so your business grows or you grow.
Arthur Orsini. Thank you, Wendy. That time, 11 a.m. Eastern works for me, Doc. This is 11:30 a.m. if that gives you more PR.
And that's what's important, that you know about the program. Okay, how do you find those kinds of things? Yeah, your elected official would know, because in small towns, things like this, that's a good place to get. And also your, what's called the
N. Arthur or
County
C. Shall I
Cooperative
create a CD?
Extension
Or do
Service.
you have a different preferred
So your
copy?
county cooperative extension service, they're in every county, make an appointment there. They help you start or grow any kind of business in that area, okay? And that's what they do. They're the best place. Now, all these people, don't forget, are not the only place to go. These are just starting places. When you go to these organizations that I'm pointing you to, if they can't help you, then you ask, and even if they can help you, you want to ask for more organizations. Ask them, where else can I check? Where else can I go? Because they're going to know that better than you asking me or anybody else you probably know, because they help people like you every day. So they run into things they don't even know they know. And that's why when you ask them a question, it's, oh yeah, somebody does, yeah, I bet Harry does that. Check over there. Okay, here's the other one. One of our members asked about this already. Hospitals pay for your health care training if you work for them after you get your degree or certificate. So this is for community college programs, any kind of programs that you're getting in the health career field. This hospital will pay for them as long as you agree to work for them when you graduate with the certificate. Man, so you got a paid for and a job. You don't have to, find out money to pay to get the training. Then you get the training. Oh fuck! Now I got to look for a job. No, it's a twofer. And things like this are all over the country. Because they're hurting for people to apply for things, hurting for people to get skills, and so the businesses have money to train you skills, the government has money to train you for skills, and that's why what I was talking about earlier is to find out those programs. Again, you're going to have to get on the phone and start calling, and that's important to do that. And you do that by going to careeronestop.org, careeronestop.org. Put in your zip code, and then you also go to your community college, because they know about their programs and other programs too, and make appointments with talking to counselors. Make appointments to talking to counselors. Just don't look at their literature online and say, oh, that's not for me. No, you make appointments and talk to them, no matter what it says, okay? And even if it says, no, we're never gonna take any more students for the rest of our life, you call them anyway, because they're going to know other things that nobody else could tell you like they can, okay? So that's important to know. Then you go to findhelp.org and you put in job training. And there's like 100, 120 where I live organizations that help you with that. And so you go through there and you start calling and asking for help. Okay, $2,000 pay past utility bills. Okay, yeah, this is PG&E. They do that, and what they do is they raise funds to pay other people's utility bill. But I ran into another utility company. What they do, you could give them money to pay for your friend's utility bill. I don't know why you do that. You give it to a friend locally, but it may be easier for some reason. But that's what they raise money from nonprofits and volunteers and crowdfunding maybe or whatever. And then that money goes to people who can't pay the utility bill. But you have to call the utility company. And then they tell you about this program. So that's a place to start. And if that doesn't make it, then again you go to findhelp.org and you put in utility bills. By the way, PG&E and most utility companies have extra grants to help you pay for utilities if you have a medical condition, okay? And this at PG&E, they say, like if you're a paraplegic or a quadriplegic or hemiplegic, I can't even say that word, or multiple MS, and you need heating and cooling needs, or asthma, or even sleep apnea, scleroderma. Sorry, I'm not smart enough to know how to say these words. Or if you have a motorized wheelchair, or a CPAP machine, or respirators, and dialysis machines, all those you're eligible for lower utility costs or even free utility costs. So check with your utility company. Okay, here's a neat program called Comcast. Comcast is going around the country. Now they're giving out $150,000. And I looked at that. Okay, this is in Pittsburg. They're giving $150,000. I said, God, they're having, this is Comcast. So they're a multi-trillion-dollar business. You know, $150,000, big headlines about them giving 100. We're giving out, you know, $40,000 in 4 days, and we give out $70,000 every month, and they're giving 100, and we're peanuts. We're pocket change as a business compared to them. So and that's why I'm so proud I am that we're able to do that. Look at these big billion-dollar companies giving up $150,000 out. That's nothing to them. Why? They give that, you know, to some executive as a bonus a day. And that's what this grant's for. This is interesting to me. It's for innovators, solo, that single, entrepreneurs, not married single, but alone, storytellers, creators, and small businesses. Yeah, that's cool. And so that's available. I have the link there if you want to know more about it too. And here, with all the weather stuff, remember, that's going on, and there's a lot of grant money been affected by the weather. Your business, your home, maybe been affected. Don't forget, you go to FEMA and find out about it, but you also could go other places, and nonprofit organizations are giving a lot of grants for this too, if you're hurt by this. So make sure you know about these programs. How do you find them? Well, here's one here. I think this is in flooded. Yeah, I think it's in. I forget, New York. I think, but I have the link there. But yes, how do you find out about that? Okay, again, it probably will be in Find Help. If not, that's findhelp.org. If not, call your elected official and ask them, because they should know about these things. So your congressman, your 2 senators, so you're affected by flood, they know of programs, because they'll want to know, because they want to help people. Thank you for all you do. Oh, thank you. Nicole Ember says, say hi. Okay. Well, anybody have a quick question that I could help with? Don't forget, apply to our by July. No, what are we in? August. August 4th is the deadline for our next $40,000 grant. Thank you for applying for the free laptop computers. It'll take us about 2 weeks to get there, to go through and verify all the stuff, to announce the winner. So wait about 2 weeks, and there's a link on Let's Go Help 2 that shows you all the winners. So you want to take a look at that. What else do we want to? Oh, anybody who wants to, who've gotten money before, you know, from us or the government, something you want to help other people, let Misty know. We would like more people to be loving each other, okay? And to share your heart. And we give us stipends for every hour you spend. But it's more for you to feel the warmth of helping other people, and to make them feel comfortable and help themselves, okay? And that's what we're trying to do here. And it'd be great if you could help them, because then we all help each other. So I think it's the only place on the internet, well, people help each other get grants. And I think that's true. If it's not, let me know. Well, thank you so much for everything. My voice is running low. So I better finish up and say goodbye and share my heart as much as I can with everyone there. Because this is, I can't believe I have this life. I'm just so spoiled, and it's because of you. And I appreciate it so very much.